D, I believe I just heard you making the boss sounds. LeBron, 16 points in a 2:59 span early in the fourth. What's your thoughts on that?
It's fun to watch. That's when you think he's slowing down, man. He continues to show the world why he's the greatest. To go on that stretch, you know, he actually looked at the bench and was trying to come out the game, and we told him, "You're not coming out." And he comes out and hit another three. Like, you know, he never seems to amaze any of us because we just know what he's capable of and what he's able to do. I mean, obviously, you know, his game and his, you know, the work that he put in speaks for itself. But to come out and, you know, give us that energy, you know, that we needed in that fourth quarter when they made their run. You know, he carried us, and then the rest of the guys came in and made plays, you know, to finish it off. So it was fun to watch. Appreciate it.
So you missed the free throw.
Nobody right now. It's the end of the year, me and Brian.
In any situation, free throws?
Over the course of the game.
Any
Yeah.
maybe Nelson.
Yeah, that, I don't know.
You're
Rather bad miss, too.
I need all this into.
I ain't like it, but
So I can claim my shit.
we got to win.
Your record coming into the night against Sabonis was 0-10. What about that matchup? I mean, has been able to work in his favor in the past, and why did it work different?
I think it's just a team effort. You know, he has guys around him. They play well. You know, obviously De'Aaron Fox led the league last year in fourth quarter clutch shots, and that's who usually likes taking those shots towards the end of the game. But I don't get into all that. I mean, I don't care. You know, you know, he's a hell of a player. You know, all-star, and it's on the whole Netflix show about him. You know, so, you know, he's, you know, one of the, you know, premier bigs in this league. So definitely hats off to him, what he's able to do on the floor on both ends. We just tried to, you know, be aggressive and just get the team win tonight.
With all the ways you've impacted the game in a big way, these first three games, you've had double-digit free throw attempts. What do you think you've done to maximize your chances?
Just trying to go to the paint aggressively and, you know, make the refs call fouls. You know, and be strong with the ball and just make plays at the basket, but not really looking for a foul. You know, I think if you're looking for fouls, it's where, you know, foul calls don't, you know, usually get called. But for me, just staying on my foot on the pedal, being aggressive, and you know, putting the refs in a situation where, you know, a foul has to be called.
Eddie, the defensive consistency you've had obviously goes back, you know, since you entered the league. Do you find it interesting that, you know, you score 30 in 3 straight games to start the season? It seems to, we just pay attention more to offense, and not just in basketball, but it seems like in many sports. Do you feel that?
Real life Ooter, man. I'm a real life Ooter, man. No, I mean, obviously, you know, I'm capable of, you know, scoring. I like to, you know, play defense. You know, scoring is really like second for me, to be honest. But I think it's a system that we're in where Jay is kind of forcing me to, you know, unlock that offensive skill set that I have, kind of like back in my New Orleans days. And it's been working, you know, giving me the ball in the right spots. And, you know, obviously the guys around me making the right reads and the right plays, when to score, when to, you know, give me the ball. And he's being intentional, and the guys are being intentional about, you know, giving me the basketball, you know, and playing through me as that hub, you know, as Jay like to call it. And it's been effective.
Well, isn't it just tied to usage essentially, though? Like if you get 5-6 more shots than you had last year, like obviously because the percentage has been there too.
Yeah, so for sure. Give me the ball more. The more chances, opportunities I have to score or make a play.
You guys have started 3-0 against a tough slate. Obviously, I'm sure there's some things you'd like to improve on as a group, but like, how would you just assess the state of how you guys are playing on both ends right now?
Yeah, I like where our team is. Obviously, there's a lot that we can clean up on both ends of the floor. But we'll definitely take the wins. I'd rather, being able to clean up things with the win than over a loss. And, it's been a tough 3 games, obviously, with 3 premier teams in the West. And, we've been able to hold our own and, put the league on notice that, we're a different team. And we want to, we're going to come out and compete every night. Whether we're up 20 or down 20, we're going to continue to fight. And we've been able to be on the winning side of things the first 2 games.
You see that one kid?
LeBron, 16 points in a 2-minute and 59-second span of the fourth quarter. What was working for you?
I guess a little bit of everything, just caught a rhythm. I had my outside shot going, got a couple ones in the paint as well, got a backdoor from D'Lo that worked well. So just trying to see what I had going to try to help us get over the hump on this back-to-back.
What are you liking about this team right now, sitting at 3-0?
It's a process still for us. We're still learning. We want to continue to get better and better every night, and I think through 3 games we did that, but it's going to be a tough road trip for us coming up. I think it's about 11 days, 5 games. We're some tough opponents, so it'll be a test for us.
Sacramento's had this team's number over, I think it was 8 out of 9. You guys have lost to the Kings coming into tonight. How much of that was cognizant on your mind, and then what do you think was the difference maker tonight?
They definitely, have beaten us pretty good over the last year or so, and obviously it's on your mind. You want to match up with certain teams in the West, and you want to see where you stand. And they're super well coached. They have a lot of foot speed, a lot of guard play. Those guys, De'Aaron Fox, Malik. Those guys. Now DeRozan, he making plays as well. So you got Sabonis, who's has the ball at the top of the key, can get in the paint, cause havoc too. So we just try to put some pressure on them as well as they put pressure on us and see where we stand.
The way this team is constructed, do you think you'll have the luxury to kind of pick your spots to have something like you did in the fourth tonight versus need to kind of be looking for that for 4 quarters?
I mean, listen, at this, I could do that at 22, but at almost 40, I don't need to be doing it for 4 quarters. I have the luxury of, having an MVP caliber player next to me. AR can get it going, in bunches. D'Lo can catch fire. Rui has been consistent. He can get going and score in bunches as well. So, this team is not built for me to have 16-point quarters through all 4 quarters. It's not how it's constructed, and nor should it be. We're a team, and we all have to play together.
You and AD have obviously forged such a great partnership, for a while now. But this early stretch of games, in what ways has he helped make things easier for you?
In every way, shape, or facet. I mean, he commands so much attention. Offensively, defensively, he continues to dominate defensive rebounds at a higher level. When we get to our switching groups, he can switch out on perimeters and make it tough on them. Offensively, we can find him on mismatches. As a lot of teams in our league like to switch guards onto bigs or whatever, and we have one guy that you can't really switch a guard onto. So that creates mismatches, and then we encourage him. Coaches encourage him. We as a teammate continue to encourage him to shoot that 3 ball, and probably the biggest shot of the night is him making that 3 tonight. So it made it easy on me. All I got to just do is get it there on time and on target.
You mentioned the road trip. What will it be like for you to go into Cleveland with your son alongside you?
It's hard. It's going to be special. It's going to be special. I mean, he was born in Northeast Ohio. I was born in Northeast Ohio. We got a lot of ties back there, obviously. So it'll be special to, to be there with him, and have that moment. Obviously, A lot of footage of him running around after games, dribbling basketball, shooting on those hoops. So it's been going to be pretty cool.
Last question. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Rui, you were on the floor. I mean, for that fourth quarter flurry by LeBron, just what were you seeing out there that kind of led to that? And I guess what were you thinking as he's, threes going down, layups going in?
Actually before the game, it was back to back. So JJ was talking about, the young guys, especially Max, DK, they got to bring the juice, and it's actually the oldest guy in the team, Brown, how's that? He brought the energy, when we need it. I think it was a fourth quarter. It was when he was going crazy.
Fourth quarter,
right? Yeah. Like we were kind of, going up. I think we got scored like 6 points in like the last 30 seconds of the third quarter, and then we were kind of down, and then we were we felt a little bit low energy. So and then he stepped out and he got those score. He was scoring crazy, but also he was getting all the rebounds too. So he was he literally that was a game, yeah, for sure.
Rui, with AD, that's 3 straight games to open the year with 30 points. What have you seen different from him this year compared to last season?
I mean, I think it's the same, but it's just more aggressive, and we have the system now to kind of build around him, playing around him and LeBron, and we understand we have more chemistry now, and he been good at passing too. So I think it's hard for the team to guard. We play together, so it's like, for example, it's hard to double team him, triple team him, and whatever. So I think that's the thing that we've been working on it, and then we gotta keep doing it.
Hey Rui, it feels like every game so far you're getting like two or easy buckets or so just on those back cuts, and they kind of lose you. How do you know like when's the right time to cut, and how much does it help to have guys like LeBron that will find you? When you do,
especially playing with LeBron, AD, AR, D'Lo, those guys can pass, and they're always looking, watching. So then they can, I trust them, and they know I'm good at it. So I think those chemistry is like literally like we've been working on since day one. Since I got here, and it's getting better. But yeah, it's just the timing. It's just when my defender lose the vision because the attention they get, especially Brown, AD, even AR, D'Lo, everybody. So it's just the timing when they turn their heads up, Other way, I just caught it, and they always see me. So yeah.
Hey Rui. So JJ pregame talked about when he was a player he loved playing like back to back because his routine is different. Like how do you feel about like playing back to back like this, and then what's your routine? Have your routine changed?
Routine hasn't. This is like he actually talked about it before the game. About the routine, all that. But for me, it's just this. Like I feel like I don't really have a routine. This to not have a routine is my routine. So it's like I don't want to think too much. I don't want to jinx anything. I just want to go out there and play basketball. What I have right now. So that's the focus I had today. Of course, I felt when I woke up this morning, I felt so tired. I was like, oh, dang, it's game day again. But I took a nap and I woke up and I felt, I felt back in the, gym. So yeah, I think it's a mindset too. It's a mindset, and yeah, we just gotta play together. Help each other. Like today, we help each other to win the game. So yeah, it's good.
What are your thoughts, Rui, on getting off to a 3-0 start, and how much a start like this can help a first-year coach like JJ?
I think I told you guys before the season starts. Last year we were kind of messing around. Like you guys saw that. Just the lineup, everything like injuries and all that, and we didn't have a kind of the mindset of okay, let's take a number one in West. We didn't have the mindset, but this year I think we have that from since we started training camp, and I think we know that we have to be good at it. We just think about our the playoff right now, even this is no like it's a long run, but you just gotta kind of think about how we want to be these other team. So I think each game is gonna be important for us.
Rui, that lineup you guys start the second and fourth quarters with D'Lo, you, LeBron, Dalton, and Jackson, you guys have played very well in your minutes. I think even tonight you outscored the Kings by like 21 points, 8.5 minutes. What have you seen from those lineups that have led to success that's had so far?
Yeah, you can see like those are like very, we can run around, very athletic. We can shoot, we can just literally take over the game. We like the lineup, and especially DK. He's been shooting great. He's making the big shots. And stuff. So yeah, I want him to keep shooting it, and we know that those are very important. That time of the game, it's around that time like a game and stuff. So like the second quarter and the fourth quarter, So I think we should keep doing it. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, D'Angelo, first of all, just individually, I think all three of your threes tonight stopped the Sacramento push. Are you conscious of that, or is it more about that's the good shot at the time? And did you feel that in the game tonight?
Yeah, just the right shot, right time. Not really have a feel for that at all. Just trying to help.
Got it. So you guys go down 7 with that flurry they make at the end of the third quarter, the back-to-back Fox threes. What did you see? JJ mentioned Dalton's three first, but then just that LeBron flurry that you've now seen a few times, but the significance of it.
He's more than capable. Just like that, he can take over the game and at any moment. So finding a way to feed him, and when he's hot, find him.
And what's been working with that group to start, I think, the second quarter and the fourth quarter? Dalton out there, Jackson, and you, and LeBron. You guys have, I think, been in the plus for pretty much in all 3 games.
It's just a different dynamic. I think Jackson kind of makes it happen. He's setting screens and rolling and being that lob threat to where teams have to pull in, and you have spacing on the backside, and pulling over is tough cover.
D'Lo, you talked to us about just what LeBron meant to you growing up, going to his games as a kid. When you're on the floor in those situations where he's going on a scoring floor like that, like what's emotionally, what are you feeling, what are you thinking, even as you're on the floor sharing those moments with him?
I don't really feel anything. You're just trying to contribute to making the right play, especially when he's hot, trying to get him the ball when he's hot. So it's, when you watch it, you really feel all of that, but when you're in it, you don't feel that at all.
Hey, D'Angelo, this is the first time the Lakers have started 3-0 since 2010. Can you just speak to the overall vibes surrounding the team right now and how you could keep it going on the road trip?
Yeah, JJ's and his coaching staff are well prepared. I think that preparation is what's getting us these wins. There's obviously adversity and ups and downs throughout the game, but they find a way to adjust and respond and put our best players in the best position to find their niche throughout the game. There's always going to be ups and downs throughout the game, but the way we're preparing, we still find a way to get stops. We still find a way to execute the game plan. And then offensively, talent kind of takes over with that, the continuity and structure he's at.
D'Angelo, I think the run was 21 unanswered by the Lakers in that fourth quarter, and obviously LeBron got going was a huge part of that. You've had your own flurries like that kind of electrify the crowd and galvanize everybody. What's happening in that moment, and how does the rest of the team kind of help facilitate that so that way the hot hand can keep on going?
I've been here for a while. I know the Laker fans they're dying to explode for something like that for anybody. For Bron to be that guy. It's just going to blow the roof off this place. And for him to do it, I've seen him do it. I don't know what's going through your mind. I think you kind of just feel like you got that feeling to where any shot can go in. And when you're capable of making shots like that, anytime the game can be out of reach. So.
Hey, D'Angelo, tonight you and Austin both have 16 points. He has 6 assists, you have 5. Obviously you both have experience playing, as primary ball handlers and playmakers. Just kind of how has that dynamic between the two of you in the backcourt just continued to evolve?
I think we complement each other, the best we can. And I have a great feel for where he's at and where he's going to be and vice versa. And I think that advantage that we have, we spend a lot of time with each other off the court. It carries over to an advantage when we're on the court. Thank you.
JJ, so you get within 1 in that about a minute to go in the third, and then Fox hits the back-to-back threes, and maybe some clock management issues.
We talked about it. Yep.
Yeah, but then to have LeBron start the fourth quarter, and not that it was just him, but I think 16 points in about 3 minutes, and flips it to a 14-point. Well, what did you see from him specifically in that stretch, and how important was it?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about our end of quarter stuff a few times, and the guys, I just think we just had a momentary lapse when we got that offensive rebound. I'm going to talk about LeBron in a second, but coming out of that timeout at the end of the third, we're down 7, and Dalton hits that 3, cuts it to 4. So I think the angst that we felt in ending that quarter that way, that was a big shot. Dalton was over there in his warm-ups, just kind of casually stretching. I said, "Hey, are you ready to make a shot?" He said, "I'm always ready." I wish that shot was a little more open, but he has the ability to just hit tough ones, and then to just get that performance to start the fourth from LeBron. I mean, what can you say? We've all been very fortunate to watch his greatness for so long, and the fact that he's able to keep doing it, it's actually insane. It's actually insane. But, we executed really well in the fourth. To get 44 points in a quarter was great. And I would just kind of add, the last 2 games, last night and tonight, basketball is a game of imperfect, and our guys, weathered some bad stretches, some bad breaks, and the resiliency that we've built this week, I believe, is a very good foundation for our group.
JJ, a lot has been made over the past couple of years of the Domantas Sabonis AD matchup, and entering tonight, Sabonis had been 10-0 against AD, and obviously that's a team stat, not necessarily an individual stat, but in kind of looking at maybe some of the past games, as you mentioned pregame, and AD's performance tonight, third straight 30-point game, what was maybe a difference in what he did or how you guys used him against Sacramento?
It doesn't feel like we did anything differently than what we've been doing with AD. I believe Dan jinxed me pregame because he made me talk about our ball control, and then it was a mixed bag actually of the 19 turnovers, and some were because of their physicality and pressure. I thought they really came in with a really good game plan to be disruptive. Started on the first few possessions. It was very noticeable. Some was our own. Some was our own just poor decision making. And so, sometimes in a game, those things are happening, and you can kind of lose sight of the execution piece and the game plan piece because the live ball turnovers really hurt you. I thought what we wanted to do for the most part in the half court defensively against Sabonis and against their really good players, we did pretty well. It was really just in transition that we just really got hurt tonight.
You mentioned, basketball being a game of imperfect. No. Well, maybe. I mean, we'll see what happens on Monday now. In the fourth, LeBron and AD, 11 for 11 combined from the field. There's imperfections over the course of a game, but those two players.
That's funny. I said to AD during the fourth, I said, hey, it's a game of imperfect. Doesn't mean it can't be great, though. Doesn't mean it can't be great. Those guys played great. And, again, we're fortunate. We're fortunate for our group that we have two of the best players in the world. And those guys showed up tonight. And I thought AR as well. Just, we had him and AD in that angle pick and roll, which we haven't even ran that. Like, we've gotten to that through motion, but to just come down and be static. We did that a little bit with LeBron and AD as well. To come down and be static, that is a testament to how good all three of those guys are. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Dan.
No, that was good.
Okay.
That's fine.
I just didn't want you to put something out in the universe that I didn't want.
I mean, I've got some ideas.
When you were playing, was there any point when you were, on a team like, say, Philadelphia, whatever, that had aspirations of winning it all, and surveying the other opponents around the league, and did you think the LeBron reign was over at any point? I mean, was there any ever like conversation that you have where that's not going to be a hurdle that we have to get through in order to achieve the goal, or has he always kind of held that mantle?
He was always lurking, for sure. He was always on your radar. When I was in Orlando and he was in the East, you knew you had to go through him. Certainly had to go through the Celtics as well, but he was there. When I was in Philly that first year, we knew he was there. I believe that was the year they kind of made a bunch of deals at the deadline and just basically played 4 shooters around him and ended up beating Boston in Game 7. I go to New Orleans and they trade for AD and he's there again. He's lurking. Yeah.
As you had put it in your previous life, obviously you faced LeBron as a player on the opposite side. What was it like watching him go on one of those heaters on your side? And also,
Yeah.
do you feel like you've learned anything about him in your short time as a coach that you didn't already know from podcasting with him or playing against him?
Look, I think in general, when you operate out of gratitude, you sometimes have a feeling of surrealness, and I've certainly had that many times and many days as the head coach of the Lakers, and tonight was a surreal moment to watch him, coach him. In terms of what I've learned, I actually learned something tonight, which is that during timeouts when I'm drawing up plays and talking, and he's also talking, that he hears and sees everything. So, noted.
JJ, with all the different things AD has done to have a major impact on the game these first 3 games, he's had double-digit attempts and free throws in all of them. What do you think he's done to maximize his chances with that?
Well, part of that is a byproduct of the positions on the floor and the space we're giving him. We're very intentional about trying to take away the help. So because of his physicality and his skill, he's a tough one-on-one cover. And, he's really good at drawing fouls. And I think it's a byproduct of just us kind of really being mindful about the space we're giving him and how we're giving him that space.